there, cosmic kittens and planetary puppies of the divine feminine tribe. It's your girl Catz, Wandering Intuitive, the one and only in the original. There are a lot of people trying to impersonate and make fake accounts from for all of us fellow intuitives out there. So make sure that if you get any messages saying like, oh, I picked up messages from your ancestors, or I've got something for you, it's bullshit. So make sure you block and report them. We need to get them handled. I will never, ever, ever approach you. So, but if you do want a reading, all the information is in the description box below. And remember, these are energies, not gender. If you identify with the divine feminine, this is definitely for you. This is your energy forecast for the week ahead. But this is timeless, so whenever you come upon it, it's the right time for you. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys are immediately the first to know when I post your forecast or any other extra little pick a cards or messages I get for you guys here on this channel. And I appreciate that support. That is like the biggest thank you I could ever get. And thank you guys for subscribing and bearing with my blathering. So let's get to it, shall we? Take every reading you see with a grain of salt. The only thing you should be counting on and listening to is your beautiful intuition. Speaking of, you have cards, grab them, pull along with me. That way you can see how these energies that are influencing the divine feminine will be influencing or impacting areas in your life like love, family, friends, health, and most importantly, you. And on that note, let's get started. Remember, take what resonates, put you out the rest. Do not be trying to hammer that square peg in the round pole. I get a lot of messages, and if you're watching this, there's definitely a message here for you. All right, divine feminine. Whew, we had a lot. Stuff started moving last week, so let's see what's shifting for the divine feminine this coming week. There's like a 50-50 going on there. Some people are just exhausted because a lot of stuff hit last week, and there's some people that are going to be revvering up. Wheel of Fortune. We have the Empress in reverse, and we have the Ten of Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Chariot in reverse. Okay, looks like we're going to get a little bit of a breather there. There's going to be a hold on some decisions. Maybe for some of you in the divine feminine, I am hearing very loud and clear. They're saying, okay, anything you started last week, it's going to, like, the brakes are going to be put on, but don't panic. Okay, there's outside influences that are also attached to that. So we have to wait till they get on board before we can get this chariot moving forward for you again in the right direction. Okay, so I don't know who that's for. Okay, main influential energy, a big main influential energy, Wheel of Fortune. And one thing they picked up for us completely in the collective, okay, is we are now officially, all of us globally are on the Fool's Journey. We have started a brand new energetic phase, energetic cycles. I mean, we've had merging of alternate dimensional aspects coming in without getting too into that, because then we'll be here longer and it'll take me longer to give you your forecast. So everything in the upswing. So if things were stalled, okay, this is a different energy from this one. This was very message specific. Okay, we are talking like anything that's been stalled, anything that was put on hold, or anything that seemed like never going to move in that area. Now we're in the upswing, because the cycle, right? What goes up must come down. Now we're coming back up. And this is like, I feel like it's, I have to say, this is a long-lasting cycle for the divine feminine. Finally, you know why? Because we're listening to this beautiful beating heart of ours. Everything. Your intentions, you know, really honoring what makes you happy there, divine feminine, is now it's all coming in. Now, some people, some divine feminine did see that last week, started, or the last couple of weeks or so. It's been trickling in, but it is definitely coming into play. Signs, synchronicities, or like, you can't make this shit up. It's like you say something and boom, there it is. It's like, whoa. Or you're talking to somebody and they're like, oh my God, me too. You just said that. It's intuition to the like infinite power now. We're open. We're supposed to be receiving right now, especially intuitively. We don't have to reach out. Spirit's like, it's like we graduated. And now we're taking what we have learned all this time through all the shadow work or whatever work you've been doing to reach your happy, clearing out things, really digging deep, looking at like inner traumas from childhood that affect you now, behavior patterns that have behavioral patterns that have been influencing things coming up, and you know, working through all of that. Okay, it's this huge, just beautiful blessing. Now what we have to do is receive. Spirit says you've got everything you need. You've learned what you need to learn. Now it's time to apply it in the real world, quote unquote. Okay. The Empress in reverse. Now this talks about feeling not so secure. I read these energetically, not traditional. Okay. So be open when you're listening to these. Okay. So the Empress in reverse. So it's more like a quiet energy, a more calmer energy. Like I was saying just a minute ago about the work that we've been doing, there's still little things that are going to come up. We're going to be triggered by the new stuff actually coming in. We're actually going to see the shit we've been trying to manifest. You know, it's not going to come in big. It's not, in fact, it's not going to come in any way we expect it, which is good, you know. Because we can, you know, our self-sabotage and fear and stuff may come up. And that's what the Empress is. It's about, you know, it may rock you more than, you know, you might feel now because it's not there yet. But when it comes in, it's like we can prepare and go, I know my person's coming in and blah, blah, blah. I'm ready. I'm working on me and da, da, da. And then they're there. It's like sphincter clench. So we want to step back and make sure we are taking our time. This is about thinking things through and really talking to your heart. In fact, in this card, we're using the Tarot El Dios. Oh my God, forgive me. Okay, El Dios de los Tres Tarot. And I list all the decks I use in the bottom so you guys can go hunt them down on Amazon. That's where I usually get them, or Etsy. Okay, so the focus is the heart, honoring that, the intuition. Listening, really following that beautiful intuition of yours too. Okay. This is, in fact, the intuitional spikes, are have evolved in a whole other level. Okay. So a lot of, I don't know who this is for, but I know personally for me too, especially since, you know, I was born this way. And I've been actively working on developing and evolving and, you know, really learning about my gifts and the intuitive language between me and spirit. It's evolved to a whole other level. So it's like we're still connected, but we're reading in a much different way. And it's about taking that time to really tap in, to be more open outside the box. Open that box up, especially with your gifts, whoever that's for. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so things have changed. Okay, we are now looking ahead differently. Okay, maybe we made it to certain goals and now it's a whole new phase, a whole new everything. And now we're kind of going to wipe the slate clean with this 10 here. It's about endings and beginnings. So what this energy is saying, look at that butterfly, we're transforming. We know now what we want to keep us secure. You notice the anger and the heart. So within, so without. It's about reassessing what you want long term. It's about reassessing where you want to be, money-wise, career-wise, family-wise, you know, a partner-wise. What do you want to take it to the next level now, the next new phase? Because it's not the same as it was before. Well, I want a family, I want a man who loves me. But it's different now because we're looking at this and assessing from the heart. It's a whole other way of looking at our list, okay, of what we want, what will make us feel secure. Asking our heart, what is that? And listening and making those lists and setting a course for this new future. We want something that's going to last, right? Now, looking back, and that's where I feel the Empress is also, there's an energy coming in, guys, that it's talking about looking back at this. What our long-term goals were up to, like it ended like at 8-8, I'm telling you. Everything just kind of like, you know what, the things that I was like, yeah, I reached. It's like, but I'm like, I'm not. It's like, okay, that was great then, but now, moving up a level, or, but I want something else now. And that's okay too, okay? Remember, think outside the box, follow your heart. Well, your heart's going to tell you where that security is. Divine Feminine, okay? Whether it is love, family, career, okay, home. What do you want? What's going to make your heart, let your heart tell you what's going to make you secure in all those areas. Okay, we do have the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So, like I was saying, for some of you, and Spirit says this is a very specific message for a small percentage watching this, okay? Knave of Pentacles in reverse with the Chariot in reverse, okay? Maybe things, like I said, we're moving along and now they're stopped. Communication stopped, okay? Offers have stopped. It's just a pause, like a delay. It's not a blockage. Like I said, this energy here, very, very strong message coming in saying there has to be a pause right now, because outside influences need to be handled. And that's why this inverse, the outside influences, like say, for instance, you are, you've applied, you did like 2 interviews and you're looking really good, you're feeling really good, and then you don't hear anything for a little bit. Don't worry about it, okay? Because there's something, an outside influence, which would be the people that are doing the hiring, okay? Just for instance, I'm just using that for an example, that maybe one's called out sick and now they have to put off their final decision until they come back. They can come back to the office. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. Do not panic, Divine Feminine, because there's other stuff going in. So here we go with the Knight of Cups energy coming in. A lot of love talk. Now, this isn't a negative energy. Like I said, I read these energetically, not traditionally, okay? So for some of you, it's about there's some flirtation going on here. It's like maybe you weren't expecting. It's kind of like cool because it's like I'm smiling because I can feel that energy. It's like I'm being flirted with and you're flirting back and it's fun. But Spirit wants, I don't know who this is for. Spirit wants you to be careful though. Don't get too attached that this is the one just because you're flirting. Okay, because there is a couple of energies going on within the divine counterparts. I'm not going to, slam a masculine or feminine on them. Divine counterparts, okay? About masking, like the false one's going to be masked, maybe presenting themselves somehow, kind of figuring out what you would respond to, maybe from things that they knew about you before. Some of you could possibly be someone from the past that you just were like, they know there's no way back in. So they come to you in like a fake persona online or whatever, but you need to trust your intuition. It's fun to flirt. It is. It's fun. But I also get this other energy coming in through the Knight of Cups about feeling attractive. Like all of a sudden you're getting attention, okay, from people. All of a sudden. Looking very sexy, very smart. And we also have, again, another nod to water energy, following your heart, so within, so without. That star in the middle there is a very prominent energy coming at me through Spirit. They're saying, point out the star. That might be a confirmation for somebody out there. But this is about following your heart. Makes you stand out, be appreciated, be recognized. Maybe you've been doing this for as long as I have, and then all of a sudden it's like eyes are on you and off you go, okay? In a good way. Hold on, I was listening. For others, it's about pouring your cup into your heart. It's about listening to the heart for the most of the Divine Feminine this week, and seeing, it's time to reassess. That's why some things are on pause, because we need this time to reassess what we want going forward. For the long haul, we're done. We want the things in place that are supposed to be there, that align with our soul, our life purpose, our heart. Okay, we're done. We're over it. Okay. Let us pull from The Fool's Wisdom by Sonia Choquet. I believe that's how it's pronounced. All right. Since we are on the start of the Fool's journey, all of us globally, I just came across this as I was going through my decks a couple days ago, and I'm like, ooh. All right. So let's see what the guidance is for us. The drunken fool, sober up. Okay, so we're pretty sober, but Spirit's saying don't get swept away. Remember, this is a nod to that Knight of Cups energy. Okay, try not to look at things with beer goggles. But this is mainly about really staying connected to your heart, listening to your intuition whenever you're making any decisions. You know, sometimes we get giddy just from feeling really good, and we get carried away with stuff. Spirit saying, yeah, you want to keep, I get this, I just got a flash of the Temperance card. 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water. You can totally have fun and have a good time, but keep it real. Keep it real. Check your intentions when it comes to love, especially. Okay? The Fool's tax in reverse. Okay. So, live and learn. Okay, so we've learned. We've learned already. Remember how I said Spirit says we've graduated, now it's time to take our skills to out into the world? This is a confirmation for that. Okay. The Fool's tax. Live and learn. We've learned, and here we go. Okay. The fearful. Now, remember how I was talking about, like, when the new things start coming in, to make sure we step back and we check in with our hearts and don't let the fear, you know better now. We all are aware of our fears. We're all aware of our self-sabotaging. If not, Spirit will point that out if you get into fear mode especially for anything new, no matter how small it is, it can still trigger us, okay? And laugh at our fears. It's like, girl, you know it's true. Anyway, I'm sorry. Of all the people, I channel Milli Vanilli in. Okay, the fearful. So about laughing at your fears, because you know better now. You know better. You know your limit. You know your limit. Okay? The only thing to be afraid of is the fear itself, right? And you know who could topple fear? Your damn heart. Your damn heart. Your heart. Look at, just like the divine masculine, the joyful. Enjoy yourself. Yes, like that Knight of Cups energy. Enjoy. If it feels good, and don't temper your shit down. If you're feeling good, you better just expand that energy. Feel it. Step into it. Just, oh man, let it fuel your heart. Let it fuel whatever you're doing. You know, feel good, feel happy, okay? The helpful, ask for help. I think a lot of us have learned that, how much that we never did ask for help. Even if it's just like you need someone to hear you talk through some fearful stuff, new stuff, you know? Asking for help, you know, you don't have to do everything. It's giving and receiving. We need to receive now. You know, we don't have to ask for help for every little thing, but if it's something you might struggle with, ask for help. Spirit's like, all right, I'm going to tell you this. Spirit just came through and said, and when you're in doubt, if this is when you need to ask for help, trust us, we will show you. They will tell us. Now, what we don't see, there we go, Wheel of Fortune, the bountiful, live in balance. Live in balance. Heart. Mind, soul, okay? Keep it all in balance. Remember to prioritize you. Rest when you need to rest. You don't have to do everything everywhere all at once, okay? Even though it feels that way. But there is a middle. You can be right in the middle, okay? You can have fun, enjoy, feel good, and still get shit done without fear. It seems easier. The flow seems so much easier when we don't have the BS in our head kind of fighting us, you know, overloading us, getting our brains going. Higher power, okay? Definitely we will be seeing, if you haven't seen them already, I know people I've been talking to this week, it's been just off the charts, like, oh my God, Spirit's definitely here. like-minded talking, people picking up the same thing at the same time that's very random, like what were the odds, signs, synchronicities, new things coming in. Spirit is showing us in a big way, especially asking for help. I'm not sure if this is where I need to ask for help from. Boom, Spirit's going to come in and go yes or no. Serendipity. Serendipity. Okay, there are things coming in. Guys, we're going to be seeing this. Luck. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look. Loyal heart, love, but being loyal to your heart when it comes to matters of the heart, whether it's flirting with new people or getting out there, or whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it because your heart is feeling it, okay? Imagine. Very strong energy here. Look at the moon. Imagine. You can use your intuitive abilities. You can use your cards to help guide you on listening to your heart. Maybe there's some areas, sometimes we have a hard time. You know, maybe it's money, you know, poverty consciousness, you know, and you're trying to work your way out of that thinking, move into the prosperity consciousness. But sometimes it's like, well, really, what would serve me down the road? I can't really feel like in career or money or family or, you know, whatever you want to build that you want to last generations down the road. You can pull cards. Tapping into your heart. Just breathe into your heart center. Breathe in that. Just feel the chest go up and down. And then you can put your left hand on your heart to receive the heartbeat. Breathe, breathe, and then pull the cards and ask, say, what's best for my heart? What does my heart want? Because sometimes our emotions and even our minds can kind of deafen the voice of the heart. And we've been working very hard to move away from that. So tapping in and checking in with your heart when you're in doubt is going to be extremely beneficial, and Spirit is definitely got their hand on you. They're in the front, they're in the back, they're on both sides, guiding you all the way through Divine Feminine. And remember, if you want your own personal reading or forecast, all the information's down below in the description box. And thank you guys for hanging. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you know when I post on this channel. And thank you so much for hanging with me. You guys have a great week.